You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Attention! Stand at ease.
Hello again, campers, and welcome back to Booth Camp. I am your instructor, Andrew Scott, and today we're going to start what is one of, I'm sure, many discussions about pay-to-play sites. Now, before we go on, I apologize if my lighting looks a little weird. I got a ring light that's going wonky on me, but that's not going to affect what I have to say to you. So, my friend Trenton Butt on both Reddit and my Discord server and a couple of other places asked me if I'd talk about my experiences on pay-to-play sites. And the answer is yes, I'm happy to do so. The other answer is yes, I'm very unhappy to do so. So, really briefly, for those who don't know and are just getting into the industry, P2P, or pay-to-play, is essentially a platform that allows voiceover artists to connect with people or agencies needing a voiceover. And the P2P, or pay-to-play portion, is simple. You have to pay to be on that site. You have to pay to have the ability to pitch for jobs. Now, there are a number of models of pay-to-play. Some offer a flat fee, some of them are pay-as-you-go, essentially, where you have to pay to pitch for every job. And some of them can get really expensive. Really expensive. Now, I'm not going to sit here and name names. There are a number of VO content creators out there who talk specifically and in a very detailed way about a given pay-to-play site. I highly recommend you go check out Neil Glasgow over at Crown Stag Voiceovers. He does a great drill down on a number of popular VO sites and really gets specific about who can benefit from them and what, both by way of content and by way of payment, kind of what we're interested in. But my opinion of pay-to-play sites can be summed up like this. I don't really use them very much. I have a presence on all of them, and frankly, over the years, I've invested thousands upon thousands of dollars in them, and I've gotten virtually nothing back by way of payback. Now, one of the dirty secrets, and frankly, there are kind of many of them, about pay-to-play sites is this. They're not your friends. They're not your advocates for the most part. They're there to do one thing: make themselves money. Pretty simple. And they do that by charging a fee. They charge a fee to you as a talent to be on their platform. And yeah, I mean, all of them to one degree or another have like some free option, and their free options, frankly, I don't know of anybody who's ever gotten a job on a pay-to-play site when they were there for free. And I'm sure there's some magical special unicorn somewhere that can say I'm wrong, and feel free to mention down in the comments how wrong I am, because you know what? I'd like to know you, because you apparently are an awesome VO talent. Having said that, really, the truth of the matter is, those sites don't have a vested interest in you succeeding. What they have a vested interest in is you believing that you'll get work there. And they'll also kind of tag you along by saying, oh, well, you know, you didn't get this job, but if you buy our course in how to promote yourself, you'll have a better chance. Or if you buy our course on SEO, you'll have a better chance. Or if you take this class that we offer in conjunction with this other site, you'll on and on and on and on. They give you plenty of reasons why you should pay more money to them. They never really give you a reason to believe that you'll actually get work. They'll sell you the dream, but they really don't back it up. And here's one of the real ugly truths of this situation. So a number of years ago, a couple of disaffected former employees of a number of these sites kind of pulled the curtain back on the whole P2P model and let something out of the bag. And that is, for the most part, you're not being judged by your talent. You're not being judged by your skill. You're not even being judged by your voice. You are being offered up to those companies who are trying to have a VO done in a tiered way that represents how much you pay for your subscription on the site, how long you've been on the site, what's your lifespan there, your ratings, which goes without saying. I mean, you should be promoted by how successful you've completed contracts for other people. But the very last thing that you're being measured by is the quality of a given read for a given project. So, frankly, that's bull. That is financial favoritism. Now, there are a couple of these sites that will charge you, I think the average for these sites is probably around $300 or so a year. Some are significantly more, even just for their base membership. Some of them are redonkulous. $3,000 a year. Now, don't get me wrong. Somebody who pays $3,000 a year has a chance at getting work. Will you get that money back? That's the question. Now, if you're an established VO talent that has done a number of national spots, you probably can make that money back. A $3,000 a year investment to get two $2,000 national spots, full buyout national spots. Now you're $1,000 in the black on the year for that investment. So that's a not unreasonable ROI or return on investment. But if you're just starting out, if you've done maybe a few YouTube videos, maybe some fan-based projects, things like that, what are your chances of actually being heard on that site when you've already got most things stacked against you? You don't have a long history on that platform. You're only paying the lowest cost membership fee. You have nothing really to back your name up by way of completed projects. And even moreover, let's say that you really want to get into animation work. I mean, like animation work, feature animation. Do you think that a large anime studio is hiring on an independent voiceover industry website? Yeah. Okay, so the answer there is no. Pay-to-play has shifted a lot over the last 5 or so years. Back in the beginning, it used to actually be kind of a fair fight, but it's not so much anymore. And the largest pay-to-play sites are very successful in one thing: making them money. And they're making that money off of the backs of independent talent who are just starting out, who feel that their best shot is to invest in themselves and pitch for work there. And really, these websites are, I'm just going to use the term, exploitative. They're exploiting your dream of success. They're exploiting your lack of positioning in the industry. They're exploiting your limited visibility in other channels. Now, again, I'm not saying they're all garbage. but you shouldn't be surprised if you get in and don't get any traction at all, because the whole thing is stacked against you. You're not going to be competing with everybody on a level field, because the pay-to-play model is not designed to be a level playing field. It is designed inherently to discriminate against new talent in favor of those who are spending that $5,000 a year or whatever crazy number it is. It's discriminating against those smaller players in favor of more established voice talent. That's how those audition reads get sent to buyers. They're weighted in all sorts of different invisible ways that you, as the $300, $400, $500, $600 a year subscriber, don't get to see. Now, this leads to the question, where do I find work? Well, I got to keep you coming back for something. So in the next video, we'll be talking a little bit more about where you can successfully search for work, or at least increase your chances of success. But until then, do me a favor, hit that like, click, and subscribe thing down there, and that little bell icon. That'll notify you whenever I put up a new video. Yeah, I know, I'm putting out a lot of videos right now. Thanks, pandemic. But until next time, this is Andrew Scott. You've been at Booth Camp. See you later, everybody.
You're dismissed.